Hola, buenas, aquí es Cool y hoy volvemos con otro capítulo más de Disco Elysium. Chicos, seguimos donde lo habíamos dejado, continuamos aquí con nuestras últimas investigaciones, tenemos ya que terminar este juego y nada, gente, al lío que ya va bien la cosa. Recordad que esto forma parte de directos que hago en Twitch de lunes a jueves por la tarde. Nos vemos allí. Chicos, vamos a darle cañita y disfrutad del vídeo. Podrías volver a por mí cuando lo hayas dejado en la comisaría.
No, it would take a whole day on this island. You go and transport the prisoner. I'll be here. I can escort him to the pier with you.
Puede que tengas razón.
What are you talking about?
The wind is cold. Your skin is crawling suddenly.
Veamos qué ocurre, chicos. ¿Pero qué leches es esto?
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds. Limb, it's still there.
What are you talking about? There's nothing there.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at you with its tiny
Estoy flipando,
eyes,
gente.
and it's grotesque. You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand moves.
Tell me what you see, damn it. I can't make out one small thing in the reeds.
I can see it.
4 simple words. Thank God. If he can see, then you're not insane. But that means it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence. Its limbs long and slender.
Be very, very careful.
What is it?
Something is very wrong.
El fásmido.
The creature stands on long the segmented antennae move with apprehension. Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks. Slowly, with light laughter, they sort hissing and clicking. It extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin. No reply. A total ancient silence. You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature.
Careful. It may be poisonous.
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel, as the insect moves its mouth.
I exist. Tell me what it's like for you.
Estoy enfermo.
What is your illness?
Enfermedad mental. Estoy loco.
I am not. There isn't even a central nervous system in my head. Only mouth parts. We're eating white blood clots. Now I will tell you how it is for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images. A kind of shapes of plants and animals. I am at the end of a narrow funnel. Weightless. So light. It only feels like something to be me. I don't know. You're just a shadow for me.
Para mí solo eres una sombra lejana y vagamente transmisora, de no ser por un olor curioso.
But for a curious smell, few of us can begin to imagine the horror of you. Even when you're sleeping, and when you wake, you carry it around on your neck. With eyes, so that must be incredibly hard. The arthropods are in silent and meaningless awe, and when you
Los insectos están observando, apoyándote.
Bud from you, banner-like, blossom from you and carry you apart in the sky funeral, in honor of your passing. But not me, because I'm just a leaf eater.
Detective, arriving on the scene.
¿Esto es un sueño? ¿Qué está pasando?
You're awake. I am real. So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect? He's in a bad state, deteriorating fast now. He thinks I'm very slowly, and only because he won't go away. It is meant to keep them from noticing me, to interfere with the pictures in their heads. But he has looked at me for too long, and I am destroying him.
¿De dónde viene todo esto a nuestro alrededor?
Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lily. You can also eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in. I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmodia, endemic to the Insulandian Insula. For the last 300, I went unnoticed by the first settlers, and the lands I have stayed hidden through full forms. No, you are. The moral of our encounter is, I am a relatively medium life form, while it is you who are a total X. The pale too, kingly. It is a nervous shadow cat. You're a violent and irrepressible miracle. We suspect
Madre mía, qué paranoia, gente.
the oxygen holocaust that
Instead of air, you exhale thought.
everything your eyes touch goes. Please, do not do that again. So it is already happening.
¿Qué, ¿Me está dando un ataque epiléptico
It
agudo?
doesn't look like that, no. You're just staring at it. Okay. Is it somehow related to the case?
Más o menos.
I think we should take the picture, and then you should back away from the unstudied species. It doesn't look like that, no. You're just staring at it. Okay. Is it somehow related to the case? I think we should take the picture.
No, there is one more.
De todas las criaturas que he conocido, tú eres la más hermosa.
Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you before you go. That woman. Turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. For all mankind. You cannot lie to me. Behind you, it smells of fires. So awfully far you were prepared to go in her presence. And it. She was held on Earth. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect.
The insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. But suddenly, there is silence. The invertebrate comes back to life, stridulating. Sets of complex eyes follow you.
Okay.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the camera.
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade of a sword. The phasmid freezes in its bright light.
I got it.
The limb before you is incredibly light, like eggshell. It's much lighter than a reed. A small shudder passes the creature's arm. There is some kind of countdown happening as it slowly processes the overwhelming. Another shudder passes through the creature's limbs. They are filled with adoration and curiosity. As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface.
¡Qué paranoia más gorda, gente!
And just like that, it's gone, skating away across the sea's calm mirror, and something under it. In the place it stood, bobbing there.
It's gone. Looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look. Apparently, yes. Like a...
What now?
In some kind of strange, semi-catatonic.
Our suspect is not looking so good. We need to...
Ostras, gente. Casco Fairweather T500. Mira rifle T9 32. Prueba. Pasaporte de Class Y.
This passport, issued by the Sovereign Republic of...
Classius hidden documents. From the...
It's Clausia, with short black hair and glasses.
Maybe our man, Mr. Dross, took it from Classius, or whatever her name was. Hiding place, or... Perhaps. But that still doesn't explain how it got into the net. Like a magpie? I can see how the helmet could wash up. She said it would be for Anouk Meyer-Smith. I don't know who Katarzyna Alasia is, but it's safe to say it's not her either. In short, we got lied to, again. In a way, she's still lying to us. I don't know, but it's not Katarzyna Alasia, or Klasia, or Anouk Meyer-Smith. We didn't even scratch the... Perhaps it's better that we didn't arrest her.
Vamos a hablar con él. Decía que se lo estaba cargando mentalmente, ¿eh?
What is it?
Mr. Dross?
The man does not respond. A light
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility.
the trembling mouth.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to old age and shock.
Yo creo que ha sido el flásmido.
Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the phasmid, the combined stress. But you think
There's much more. Quite a few things about that health check you did on him make sense now.
that could be part of the shock?
No response.
Then how did we see it? Oh, you mean whatever does this does it over time? Mr. Dross, have you ever... The doctors will have to look at this. I hope your station has better He was energetic and articulate. After all these years, it does not seem to be any... I mean, why not?
¿Podría ser que su reacción con el flásmido se base en lo hormonal?
You mean pheromonal? The scope? Knowing of her bruises? You should be more careful, detective. Are you sure it wasn't having an effect on you? A valid hunch. Long-term exposure to something like that could be new.
Lleva aquí mucho tiempo.
He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him. I have absolutely forgotten to take notes.
He stares into the reed. Nothing. Just doubt.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea,
No react. This is an open.
did you take this passport and not...
The spirit.
He hears us.
No reply.
Try something else?
I lost.
He turns it.
He lost the scope. This site is a T9, Mr. Dross. Was
Silence. You've gotten all you will out of this poor being. The plastic cape.
we should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here.
Y ahora sí le dejamos aquí. Qué fuerte, gente. Lo del insecto palo me ha pillado fuera de juego, ¿eh?
ICM. This
Insulin density.
sounds an awful.
It does. The RCM, it's impossible to say.
Momento, gente, que voy a cerrar la puerta.
The name was good for getting people to join us. Revachol West was mostly workers and criminals.
Ya está, que está Happy en la cocina haciendo ruido y no me entero. Es imposible asegurarlo. ¿De qué estábamos hablando?
Nice political. It's going to be hard to say them. Carry
There were all sorts of groups and...
Una estrella blanca.
No,
with its horns in the sky.
no, that...
A DeLorean era symbol of enough in cylinder.
After 41 of these barrels.
Vaya historia, chicos.
The skiff is swaying.
Let's. We are done here.
But for the sound of conversation on the water, there is 2 men and a woman stand on the concrete square of a nameless village, looking at us. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Look what the tide brought him. Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what... This is the man with sunglasses from the whirling in rags. But where are his sunglasses?
We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you. Bothered by it. Harry, you look like you need a fucking... Oh, fuck it. Let's not get into that.
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstein. I believe we've met on several occasions.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean Vicomar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trent Heilerstein, Battle Officer.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you after pavement.
Hemos venido a repasar lo que queda de ti del pavimento.
Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us.
The scene is making even him feel as though he has to justify your actions.
We might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed.
Ari, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you could...
This is the horse-faced woman. I don't know why you named her that, but it was beyond idiotic. You should never address her using those words again.
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact...
No, Trent, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself?
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets.
It's okay. I didn't come here to gloat or to fool you. Neither did he, actually.
That's right. Worried. I'm always worried about you. Every time you don't show up to work, you're a worry fest. She's worried about you. I'm worried about you. Even Special Consultant Backpedal is worried about you. God damn it, Harry. You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All will burn. Detect or die. Yes, you're sorry. You're the sorriest cop who ever lived. Nothing has changed, Harry. I've heard this repentance shit 1,000,000 times over. Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells? He doesn't remember.
See? He really doesn't remember. It wasn't a sick joke.
Yeah, that's very good.
Así que resulta que Trans Heisenberg en realidad es no sé qué, no sé cuánto.
The bells.
Nada de esto me suena lo más mínimo.
Brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of...
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
Bebí tanto que perdí la memoria. Y la he estado recuperando poco a
It is.
poco.
He's getting better. And I can confirm that he drank a lot of alcohol prior to it happening.
I believe he drank. People do that, especially this one. What they don't do is forget their whole life because of drinking.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before. Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two drunks case.
The two cases in your ledger. The unsolvable case. Those cases were hard on you.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be... Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Hardwired to the free market. He just needed...
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now? I want to know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
¿Ahora qué?
Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here. No, now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
Un momento. ¿En el mar? Lo estrellé contra el mar cuando iba a pedo.
Ah, so refreshing. He just admits it. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of everyone's pay. It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic. You juggle the badge for a second, unsuccessfully, and it lands on... Ouch! You strained your elbow trying to catch that shit.
He found it. He found it, Jean. It's his badge.
And your gun?
As if having your badge
El arma.
and gun are natural states, not achievements.
Aquí tengo el arma.
He has it. And he didn't drop it. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone. So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it.
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
I don't believe you. You're drunk. You let a suspect escape, a certain Classier, because you were too drunk to assess a fraud.
We've read the reports, Harry. Lieutenant Kitsohagis. We know.
No, arrestarla ha sido lo correcto. Dejó una pista esencial que nos ha llevado hasta la isla. Sí, la he dejado marchar en un acto de compasión.
Oh, well, if she was specially trained. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect who old or the fact that you very likely sold your gun for booze. That's peanuts. That's compared to the 7 people who were gunned down. The streets are literally
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired and vetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them.
Here comes the cavalry.
He did so at considerable risk to his person. Remember, he was shot. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. the loss of life. Don't make this harder for yourself.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
He thinks of apologizing, but
You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
The case.
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
See?
1 week.
Then there's the self-flagellation issue. He likes to apologize profusely, making it sound like he's guilty of at least first-degree murder. It's not a good communication strategy for enough. It's just strange, especially in light of his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a true blue moralist, a man of the center, not prone to political outbursts, which is commendable, but also at odds with his behavior. Other still, he is also an ultra-liberal hustler who is always on the grind. How he reconciles these 2 points of view, I do not know, but he is vocal about both of them. And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, something I was not present for. But despite all this, he is a great detective, one of the best I have seen. He can talk human beings into telling him anything, and he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped working on the case. He is tireless, madly driven. Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke, which, by the way, I have to disagree with you, Mr. Vicmar, was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart out.
Okay, he did something.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and he apprehended a revolutionary brigade who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders of
A new speed.
a colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as a reed.
he takes out the photo and shows it to the officers across the yard. Thick white snow falls, or you hear gasps beneath the howling of.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the case?
Detective?
Creo que la feromona que emite podría ser la responsable de la degradación mental del asesino.
The old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after it.
So it is connected.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
Yes. It really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made. Now you make your case.
Además, el flásmido era hembra, los juncos
Now
son su
or
nido.
never.
El asesino, Lilianovich Dross, tenemos un móvil bastante sólido.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym. The custom started in Graz. This man's...
So,
Thank you.
Of course.
No me
He
interesa.
wasn't quite sure about the straggler. Before
Mató al mercenario movido por los celos.
it must have convinced him.
Jealousy. I thought this Lilianovich was a no.
A strange psychosexual fixation, aggravated possibly by proximity to the phasmid and its chemicals. He himself gave a political reason. Also, we have ballistics from the gun, matching the bullet found in the dead mercenary.
it's a clean win.
It's way more than that.
Todavía no estoy del todo satisfecho. Podría estar un poco mejor atado.
Yourself. You're not a perfectionist. You're a cop and you did a good job. And none of this can hide the smell of booze on the wind.
God damn it. Doesn't it ever leave? It is there. It will pass in time.
female?
You had to see it. It had the subdued colors of a female. And the neck.
Incredible.
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my Of course, as I said, I'm only guessing. I didn't see it. It must be robust if it can move a whole helmet with its limbs. As in cloning itself? What makes you think so? Well, then it wouldn't matter.
That makes sense.
Very interesting.
Yes, but also reed-colored. Beige and brown, a little green on the outside.
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional. Carp discovers new species. Maybe even...
This would really help with some of the problems we've been...
Absolutely, this is great. This does not say vigilante murderers to me at all. This says science, news, human interest.
Without it,
You're doing good here. Perhaps quit while you're ahead?
El antiguo dirigente del sindicato de los Deborah murió a manos de nuestro asesino.
This is a conversation for when we are no longer out in the open. In Martinez, where Everard and Edgar Clare have...
understood.
But a case against Everard would be big.
I would prefer not to partake in anything union-related, for political neutrality.
This has to be good stuff for him.
También he encontrado un hombre muerto en el paseo marítimo. Estaba desaparecido.
Yes, fallen through a gap in a boat.
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This old...
Still, good work with the...
It's still a point for you.
Además, ha investigado el misterio de la zona comercial maldita.
I don't know what a doomed commercial area is. Why? That's not...
There was a fridge we needed and a possible witness. He was just chasing a lead and ended up advised.
Of course. Call it...
Who's Kuno?
You don't want to.
You're right, Lieutenant. I don't. You snorted, I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved them. So I have to. Jude.
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's...
Now you will finally get to know who... The man looks westward, jingling his car keys.
¿Quién soy?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry. Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but...
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girth, your inexplicable facial hair. The fact that you don't seem to know what homosexuality is.
Also, this guy. God, even this javelin-throwing freak here.
In your 20s or late 20s, you've raped... Yes, you tough.
The smell of sweat and Kudo.
High school. Harry, your goings-on with Kuno, Andre.
His smirk suggests barely can...
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight.
You.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
It's not a mystery. It's Dora something. Dora England.
Not Dora Dubois.
Something like that.
Vasa is...
No one is married anymore. God, I don't know.
6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah. Or 7. You're not doing too good there. Incredibly bangable. Extremely fuckable, Harry. Gorgeous. A gorgeous bourgeois woman. Wavy.
Snow. Heartbreak.
I've only seen a picture. But it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never
Look, the sun is about to go down. It's time to go.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. My point is...
In other words, he's heard enough about this.
No. You're too unstable to work for my boss. You're suicidal, Harry.
I assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
He would immediately. I told you it's not that bad.
¿Qué clase de comisaría es la 41?
Bloody murder station, haven't you heard? With the bad guys.
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You are just understaffed.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind. It is an understaffed station and the district is too big, which is why we need...
Get back to it. We left Torsen and Mac the Tor.
They are damn iconic, though. Torso, of course.
God.
There's also a...
He's anything but a loser. Although he would like to be.
So he remembers that. Yes, there may have...
Shooting up churches.
Our enemies were hiding in a church, to the best of our information.
He means it. The RCA.
Okay.
Jamrock is...
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to have...
Thank you again, Lieutenant. Who is...
She lives at 1113 Tabernacle.
Tabernacle? It's on the way over. Near where you live on Perdition.
Fine. If we're gonna drop you off any...
She and her husband were conducting the search for the phasmid. They should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive...
She is going to be over the moon.
¿Qué será de ti ahora, Teniente Kitsugari?
First, I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be detective. We just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
¿Quieres hacerlo en la 41?
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of two captains with my doom-mongering. Work with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
Would fit in. And crazy enough. Can't take. This truly came as a surprise to him. Not a bad one.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the house.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to. Mountains, even.
I do like the sound of that.
Recluta al Teniente Kim Katsuragi. Logro desbloqueado.
He's really considering it.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Tron brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
The great district hums in the slowly falling snow. You close your eyes and hear the dog. Dawson? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
Ojito. Vaya historia. Pues lo hemos hecho, chicos. Nos lo hemos pasado. Y bueno, chicos, pues nada, hasta aquí lo dejamos ya. Aquí termina la serie, un final bastante curioso, dejémoslo en curioso y bastante diferente. Y bueno, el juego, valoración final, no está mal, chicos. No es uno de los géneros que más me apasiona, entiendo que es un juego que está muy bien hecho, pero al mismo tiempo, pues, ¿qué queréis que os diga, gente? Demasiado texto. Con un poquito menos de texto habría sido perfecto, pero entiendo que también se perdería la esencia de este tipo de juegos. Así que bueno, es una nota alta en el juego, pero no es un juego perfecto. Tiene bastantes carencias y bastantes cositas que se podrían mejorar. Pero bueno, chicos, me lo he pasado bien. Espero que vosotros también. Y nada más. Si os ha gustado el vídeo, dadle al like y mañana nos vemos con más. ¡Chao!